this video I am going to explain some important questions in haloalkanes and haloarenes. So here the first question is like this: the reaction of phenyl propene with hydrogen bromide produces which product among the four options? So actually this reaction is application question of Markovnikov rule. According to Markovnikov rule, when unsymmetrical alkene, according to Markovnikov rule, when unsymmetrical alkene or symmetrical alkene, Markovnikov rule, so negative part of the addendum should be connected to less hydrogen containing carbon. But in case of this one, these two are having same hydrogens. In such case, negative part of the addendum should be connected to which carbon in between these two? Which carbon? So when these two carbons are having same number of hydrogens, then we have to decide the product based on stability of carbocation. So here I am taking, for my convenience, I am taking this one is a carbon and this one is a B carbon. A carbon and B carbon. For example, now the carbocation formed at this position, at B carbon. If the carbocation is formed at B carbon, then this carbocation is called secondary carbocation. If the positive charge is formed at A carbon, so same time two carbons will not form carbocations. Now I am taking in second case. So here the carbocation will form. This carbocation is called what? Benzyl carbocation. This carbocation is called benzyl carbocation. Comparing with secondary carbocation, benzyl carbocation is more stable. Why benzyl carbocation is more stable means because of resonance structures. Benzyl carbocation will get resonance structures. So because of resonance structures, this carbocation will get more stable. So negative part of the addendum should be connected to more stable carbocation. So in four options, which option is having here bromine, you have to check. So here this option is having here bromine. So that's why our answer is this one. One question is like this: in the replacement reaction, so this is tertiary alkyl iodide. So methyl fluoride, tertiary alkyl iodide when reacting with methyl fluoride, it is going to form tertiary alkyl fluoride and methyl iodide. So the reaction will be most favorable if M happens to be, means in the among the four options. So instead of M, you take any metal among the four. In such case, reaction will be most favorable, they are asking. So first you observe these reactants here, these two reactants. So here in these two reactants, one anion is replaced by another anion. So that based on this observation, we can say that this is nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is nucleophilic substitution reaction. So according to alkyl halides, nucleophilic substitution reactions are three types: SN1, SN2 and SNI. So this will come under SN2. This will come under which reaction? SN2. Why? Because this will come under SN1. Why? Because here this is tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide is favorable for SN1 reaction. Why? Because SN1 reaction will complete via carbocation mechanism. So carbocation order will be like this: tertiary, secondary and primary. So that it will form tertiary carbocation and iodide ion, it will form tertiary carbocation and iodide ion. So to replace this iodide ion, this fluorine should be in the form of what? Fluoride ion. This fluorine should be in the form of fluoride ion. Means whatever the metal you are taking among the four options, that metal should show more ionic nature. Means the metal fluoride should have more ionic nature. If it is having more ionic nature, then only it can exist in the form of ions. So just you compare. If you are taking sodium fluoride, okay, if I am taking sodium fluoride, potassium fluoride and rubidium fluoride and lithium fluoride, sodium fluoride, potassium fluoride, rubidium fluoride and lithium fluoride. Instead of MF, if I am taking sodium fluoride, then what will happen? Instead of MF, if I am taking potassium fluoride, then what will happen? Just you see, according to Fazan rules, this rubidium fluoride will have more ionic nature. So among the four options, if you are taking rubidium fluoride, then this rubidium fluoride will be existing in the form of ionic compound. When this compound is ionic, then fluorine will be existing in the form of fluoride. Then this fluoride can easily replace this iodide ion. So that among the four options, when you are taking this metal, then the reaction will be favorable. Here the third question is like this: when chlorine is passed through propene at 400 degrees centigrade, which of the following is formed? So when you are when chlorine is passed through propene, so propene structure is like this: CH3 CH double bond CH2, CH3 CH double bond CH2. When you are taking chlorine at 400 degrees centigrade, we feel that it is going to form addition product. So our expected product will be like this according to our knowledge: Cl and CH2Cl, but it will not going to form addition product here. It is at 400 degrees centigrade, it is going to form substitution product. So instead of this product, it is going to form like this: CH2Cl and CH double bond CH2 it will form, plus HCl it will form. Means from here 3 chlorines are there in these 3 chlorines, sorry 3 hydrogens are there in this. One hydrogen will react with one chlorine, that is HCl, and this hydrogen place will be replaced by the chlorine. So instead of addition product, here substitution reaction will take place. So that's why they mentioned 400 degrees centigrade. So name of this one is what? This one sp2 carbon followed by sp3 carbon. So that answer is allyl chloride will form. Question: elimination reaction of 2-bromopentane to form pent-2-ene is. So 2-bromopentane will participate in elimination reaction. Elimination reaction of 2-bromopentane to form pent-2-ene is. To form 2-bromopentane to pent-2-ene, among the 4 options, which one will follow? So like that they given: does it follow ABC? Does it follow these 3 conditions ABC? Does it follow ACD, or does it follow BCD, or does it follow ABD? They are asking. Option A is beta elimination, option B is follow Sedgwick rule. So this is dehydrohalogenation and dehydration reaction they are asking. So first you write a structure of this one: 2-bromopentane. So pentane they are saying, so that's why 5 carbons you take, 1 2 3 4 5. So here bromine I am taking here. So remaining all are hydrogens. Here hydrogen, hydrogens, hydrogen here, hydrogen, here hydrogen I am taking, hydrogen, here one hydrogen is there, here hydrogen, and hydrogen. So 2-bromopentane, this is 2-bromopentane, numbering we have to give from this direction. This is 2-bromopentane. So this 2-bromopentane will participate elimination reaction they are saying. So which is connected to carbon, that carbon is called alpha carbon. Adjacent to alpha carbon is called, this one is beta carbon and this one is beta dash. 2 beta carbons are there. When 2 beta carbons are there, in such case, after dehydrohalogenation, there is a chance to form 2 products. Why? Because here 2 beta hydrogens are there, so it will participate in beta elimination. So that there is a 2 products will form. So 2 products means if this alkyl halide is utilizing this beta hydrogen, then the product will be like this: CH3, CH2, CH2 and C double bond CH2 will come, right? So this is 1 pentene will come, this is 1 pentene, but our product is not 1 pentene, 2 pentene we have to form. Means instead of this alkyl halide, instead of this beta hydrogen, it has to utilize this beta hydrogen. In such case, this product will form CH3, CH2, CH double bond, CH, CH3 it has to form. So this is 2 pentene, this is 2 pentene. So if it is utilizing this beta hydrogen, 1 pentene, if it is utilizing this beta hydrogen, then 2 pentene will form. So this rule is, so when there is a chance to form 2 alkenes, in such case highly substituted alkene is more stable. So when there is a chance to form 2 alkene, in such case highly substituted alkene is a more stable. If not, here exclusively they are asking what? 2 pentene. So when there is a chance to form 2 alkenes, in such case highly substituted alkene is this one. So this one is a major product. Major product is formed according to what? Sedgwick rule. So means it follows Sedgwick rule also. And next one, dehydrohalogenation. Here hydrogen and halogen is eliminating, so that's why we have to call this one as dehydrohalogenation reaction. So that it is following A, B, C. So it is following A, B, C means option A is right. Question, size is large but answer is very simple, this one. The hydrolysis reaction that takes place at the slowest rate among the following. Means among the 4 options, which one will follow, which one will have slowest rate they are asking. Means which one will go very slow in a reaction. So these all 4 options you see, these all are types of alkyl halides. So this is aryl halide, so this is alkyl halide, so this is allyl halide, so this is benzyl halide. So you see among all this aryl halide, you see this aryl halide in this aryl halide, this lone pair of electron it will donate to benzene ring. So because of plus M effect, so it will donate to this one. So when it donates this lone pair of electron to this one, it is going to get what? Double bond. This aryl halide is going to get double bond. When it is going to get double bond, so when it is going to get double bond, in such case to break this double bond we have to give more energy. So in such case aryl halides are not sufficient. In such case replacing this chlorine is not that much easy task. So among the four options, so this one will be participate in resonance structure, so that's why this one is slow. Like this, seventh question, the compound C7H8 undergoes the following reactions. So C7H8 when reacting with chlorine in presence of heat, so it is going to form A product. So this A product when reacting with bromine in presence of iron, it is going to form B product. If this B product is reacting with zinc and HCl, it is going to form C. So the product C is what they are asking. So first doubt will come, how to predict C7H8 structure. So in options they given one clue, what is C7H8 means. In all options toluene is common, you see, in all options toluene is common, means it indicates C7H8 is nothing but toluene. So this is that structure of toluene, right? When toluene is reacting with chlorine in presence of heat, when chlorine in presence of heat, so then when chlorine in presence of heat, then side chain halogenation will takes place, side chain halogenation. So that is CCl3 will takes place. Okay, instead of these hydrogens, chlorine will these hydrogens will be replaced by chlorines. So when this methyl group is there, it will act as a electron donating group, plus M group. So that when plus M group is present on this benzene ring, it will act as a ortho para directing group. But these three hydrogens are replaced by chlorine. This trichlorocarbon will act as a minus M group. Minus M group means minus mesomeric effect group. So it will act as a meta directing group. It acts as a meta directing group. So that upcoming electrophile has to occupy at meta position only. So in this, now here you see, now this bromine and iron halogenation will takes place. So that halogenation will takes place at meta position. Why? Because this is electron withdrawing group, right? So then after, this is a B. So this is A and this one is B. This B is reacting with zinc and HCl. When it is reacting with zinc and HCl, when it is reacting with zinc in presence of HCl, when zinc and HCl react together, it will produce hydrogen gas. So this hydrogen gas will replace these chlorine molecules. So in such case, metabromotoluene will form. CH3, instead of these three hydrogens, these three chlorines will react with this hydrogen and it will form metabromotoluene, it will form. So our option is metabromotoluene. So this one, option A is our answer. Identify A and predict the type of a reaction. So this is metabromoanisole. Name of this compound is metabromoanisole. When it is reacting with sodamide, it is going to form A. So what is A? Among the four options we have to select what is A, right? So when you see this sodamide, when you observe this sodamide, so it is going to present like this, Na plus and NH2 minus, Na plus and NH2 minus. Here NH2 minus will act as a nucleophile, or we can say NH2 minus will act as a strong base. NH2 minus will act as a base. It will abstract proton. So this NH2 minus will abstract proton from this place. So the mechanism will be like this for this reaction. So here the proton is there. This NH2 minus will abstract proton. NH2 minus will abstract this proton. Why only this proton? Means here there is no proton. Here also there is no proton. Here it cannot abstract proton. Why it cannot abstract proton from here, I will let you know. So when this NH2 minus will abstract proton from here, then it is going to form like this. So here OCH3, here Br minus will form, right? Here negative charge it will form. So when it form negative charge here, it will complete via benzene mechanism. When it shift like this, then it is going to remove like this, right? Here this H plus and this NH2 will form ammonia, okay? And after this it is going to form the reaction will be completed via benzene mechanism. So it will form like this. This is benzene. So this is pi-like bond, this is not pi bond, it is pi-like bond. So after this ammonia will attack on this again, this ammonia will attack on this again, OCH3. So this ammonia cannot attack from this direction because this bulky group is there, so that it has to attack from this direction. When it is attacking from this direction, then obviously this is a major product. So that answer is this one, and it follows elimination, addition and substitution. Substitution reaction via elimination and addition. So that's why our answer is this one. Question is like this: consider the reaction CH3CH2CH2Br means 1-bromopropane. When it is reacting with sodium cyanide, it is going to form CH3CH2CH2Cn, means here bromine is replaced by cyanide. So here Br minus and Cn minus. So based on this reaction, it indicates that it is nucleophilic substitution reaction. It indicates nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this is primary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide is favorable for what? SN2 reaction, means it is bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, so in which case it will be fastest? For SN2 reaction, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction is favored in polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent means it should not release H plus ion. Polar aprotic means it should not release H plus ion, proton. So that we call it as polar aprotic. So ethanol C2H5OH, it is polar protic solvent. Methanol CH3OH, this is also polar protic solvent. So NN dimethyl formamide, structure is like this: CH3 and C double bond OH. NN dimethyl formamide. Here polar aprotic solvent is this one, so that's why this is polar aprotic solvent is favorable for the SN2 reaction, so that's why this one. So if you see water formula is H2O, it is polar solvent, so that's why this is also favorable for SN1. This is SN1, this is SN1 favorable, this is also SN1 favorable. So only this product, this compound is favorable for SN2 reaction, so that's why answer is this one. Possible stereo structures of the CH3CHOH COOH. So name of this one actually beta hydroxypropanoic acid or 2-hydroxypropanoic acid, which are optically active are called. So two optical active isomers they are expecting for this. First we will write the structure of this one is like this: COOH and CH3. So here I am taking H and here OH. So this one is chiral center here, so that's why I am taking like this. So in this chiral center, so OH is right hand side now, so I am taking now the OH is left hand side, OH and COOH and CH3H. So these are seems to be mirror images, non-superimposable mirror images. So that's why non-superimposable mirror images are called enantiomers. They are expecting two possible stereo structures which are optically active. These two are optically active because they have chiral center. So they are mirror images. So that's why we call enantiomers. Next question is like this: in an SN1 reaction on chiral center, there is options like this: inversion more than retention leading to the partial racemization. Option B 100% retention, option C 100% inversion, option D 100% racemization. So why here this type of products will form means, to solve this question we need to understand the mechanism of SN1 reaction. So SN1 reaction will complete in two steps. So in step 1 formation of carbocation will takes place. It is slow step, formation of carbocation. So which is slow step or rate determining step, this one. So second step is reaction of nucleophile or attacking of nucleophile. When carbocation formed, that chiral center means sp3 carbon should have 4 different groups. Here I am taking A, B, C. Alkyl halide halogen group will leave. So that's why here A, B and I am taking D. Here carbocation is there. So this carbocation is having sp2 hybridization. Because of sp2 hybridization, it will follow trigonal planar geometry. So because of this planar geometry, so nucleophile may attack from this direction or nucleophile may attack from this direction. When nucleophile is attacking from this direction, then inversion of when nucleophile is attacking from the alkyl halide direction, in such case retention of configuration will form. When nucleophile is approaching from the opposite side of the alkyl halide, opposite side of the halide group, then inversion of configuration will come, inversion and retention, right? So here inversion more than retention. Why? Because when it is approaching from this direction, when it is approaching from this direction, then shielding of carbon will be more. So that's why degree of shielding is more. So that's why it will approach this direction less comparing with this direction. So that's why inversion is more than retention. The inversion is more than retention. So that's why option is this.